Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Thomas back at you with another video. And today I'm going to be doing a follow-up on Clear Secures Inc. We had a video just a couple weeks ago, or maybe just last week actually, about how they were in the process of getting their IPO. We had just seen their listing price or the range of their listing price, and then a couple days later they listed the actual price, and they just went public about 3 days ago. And so this follow-up it's a little bit early, but from what I've seen, I've been pretty impressed with what is going on with this company. And so, you know, we're going to go ahead and take a look, see what's going on, see what it is, and hopefully get some clarity of what else we can expect going forward. So the IPO, it was on June 30th, I believe, actually. And you know what, we'll just double check all that stuff. So it's Wednesday morning. So whatever day that was, I gotta go backwards here. Oh, so it wasn't there. Okay, so June 30th, they did go public, and the stock just blew up in a sense. Now, not like a Amazon or Apple stock, but they got a $4.5 billion IPO. That billions of dollars, not million, billions of dollars. And the numbers that we have here is ClearSecure made its public market debut on Wednesday, and investor appetite sent shares soaring immediately up upon its open. Prices started at $31 per share, and its initial expectation was 27 to 30. So it opened higher than anticipated. It got the $4.5 billion, and then on opening day, it went up to $38 a share, and then 42, and then it dropped down to about 40 and 0.43, but it gained 30%. And so just to jump over here, the spike here is just incredible. It reached a high of 52. Right now it's sitting at about, it's 47.99, 48 to be, to be precise, I suppose. But the fact that it increased by more than $10 per share in only 3 days is insane to me. With just an opening day stock, with this company itself is not, it was not a highly anticipated one. It's not a highly appraised one, I suppose. Well, I suppose now it's appraised highly, but opening up, I don't think anyone was thinking, oh yeah, Clear Secures, this is going to be the next big thing. And I'm not saying right now it's the next big thing, but the performance that it's had in only 3 days is just insane, in my opinion. Just this price alone. And there's a lot of factors to that. And I think a big factor is the promotion it got from Robinhood. I think that's really been a driving force to it. And so, we'll have to see how that will impact things. But another thing that I wanted to draw attention to was this article here from Yahoo, where it says New York, June 29th, 2021, opened up at $31 per share. And the big thing, though, is Clear has granted the underwriters a 30-day option to purchase up to an additional 1.9 million shares of Class A common stock. Now, the underwriters of Clear are Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, Allen and Company, Wells Fargo, LionTree. There's so many big investment companies in this. And here's the thing. If they buy these shares, I have yet to see a follow-up if they are going to. I mean, they have 30 days, so they probably won't be jumping on that right away. They're probably discussing it. But this could be big. So, I mean, if the underwriters choose to buy more of this company, and if this company keeps performing well, I would expect them to. I don't know if they, I don't know what's going through their minds. It might be a bit of a split. Some might opt to buy, some might not. But if the underwriters choose to omit said debt that is owed to them and purchase the stock itself, it's going to be just another tremendous boost to the company itself. Well, I guess not. They won't be purchasing. It'll be an exchange, but debt that's not on the company books anymore, which is huge. And so, if they opt to buy, if only, let's just say, for example, that maybe only one chooses to buy or chooses to exchange, whichever one. I don't know what the split of the funds is. I don't know who has what. I know we looked at it a while ago, and I'd have to look through it again just because I don't remember off the top of my head. I think Goldman Sachs had the biggest share. But if Goldman Sachs chooses to not do a payback in money and take the shares instead, I mean, that's a huge, huge boost right there. That's not a little bit, that's significant because I mean, they already have stake in the company itself. And if they're going to take a higher stake, I think that's going to be, I mean, if you're a holder of the stock itself, that's great news for you. If they choose to buy out, or not buy out, but if they choose to take the money that's owed to them, it's not going to be detrimental. They've planned for this. They got $4.5 billion. They'll be fine. But it's still going to be tremendous. It's still money that's going out of the company. And so that's the thing. It's only been 3 days. So it's hard to give an exact estimate of where stuff's going to be. We saw a little bit of a down, but we're seeing some stabilization here. And it's hard to say if we're going to go back down here to $41. I do think that's a little more realistic. I don't think, initially I thought, okay, well, maybe we'll get the $33 mark. Nope, I was dead wrong. I was thinking this couple $1,000,000 it might go. I did not expect this to go for billions of dollars. And, call that oversight on my part, call it what you will. I fully accept that. But I mean, the buy-in here was just huge, and it just went to $43, and then we had more buy-ins up here, and it hit 45. And we have a little bit of selling here, not a lot, not something that I'd be concerned about. I mean, there's a bit of a tank, and it got down to 45, but it's what it is. And we're seeing some more buys over here, which kind of leveraged it out and got it back up to that $48 mark. So it's hard to say, at least for right now. And here's the thing we have to remember too, is Robinhood is not allowing holders of the stock to sell for 30 days. So for all we know, this is not an accurate price for the first opening, or at least for the first 30 days of it. We could expect a drastic change. And that's the thing, a lot's going to happen in 30 days. That's going to be when the underwriters choose whether or not they want to take the shares instead of take the payment. That's going to be when people who hold the stock in Robinhood can sell it if they choose to. Now, they can sell it now, but we already went over how Robinhood's screwing people over and not really letting them. So, you know what? We're just going to pretend that they can't sell for 30 days, and realistically, most of them won't, especially with other IPOs coming up, especially with Robinhood's IPO coming up. But that's the thing, is 30 days, everything's going to change. It's going to be either steady as it goes and, nothing changes, everybody holds their position, or we're going to be seeing a lot of selling where people who hold the shares as of right now will want out. And, it's kind of hard to say. I don't think that a lot of people will sell, not at the price that we're sitting at right now, but at the same time, we do have to remember that there's a lot of people who bought in then and can't sell. And maybe they bought in, maybe there are people that bought in like closer around here, and they hit here, and that's great for them. But maybe there's people who bought in at the spike and now they're holding on, and now they're thinking, I don't know about this anymore, because it has the possibility to go back down here. This right here is a very average sitting section. We got from 12:30, and then, wow, I'm sorry, that's a day range right there, my bad. So from June 30th up to July 1st, it was a pretty steady price, and anyone who bought it like for $31 would have probably been pretty happy. $10 return on each share, that's great. You buy 10 shares of it, it's $100 right there, easy money. And so, if it hit this, that would have been even better. I imagine there was probably some people who definitely sold here. They took the risk, they sold, but $20 gains on each stock is Might be worth the ban, who knows? But I did not buy in. I did not buy the IPO. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't think it was worth it. And here I am, dead wrong. It was definitely worth it. So we'll have to see what happens there. And this could be a new average. I'm always talking about like what I think the new average is gonna be. It- But obviously it changes. But this right here to me looks like a pretty secure spot for it to sit at right now. And as we saw before, there's a lot of sellout down here, and there's a lot of buying going on right here. But again, everything changes, and that's not to say also that it's not going to come back up, because it could come back up for sure. And another thing to remember too is it's 4th of July weekend, and so we've got a extra day where there's not going to be trading. If I'm not mistaken, I believe the markets will be closed on Monday. So there's that to remember. And then there's a lot of factors here that we got to remember, and there's a lot of things that we got to think about as far as what can be expected. But this is basically what we have so far, and it. I'm excited to see. It'll be good. It will be very interesting to see what happens after 30 days. That's when we'll get a lot of our telltale signs. And I'll probably have to make another video after that. I think this is going to be an interesting company. This is a very interesting few days. This is not something that I've seen a lot happen, or I've seen happen a lot. I'm sorry, that was a total mess up on my part. But 30 days, that'll be our new indicator, and then we'll see really what the actual standing of this stock is. I mean, they hit a $4.5 billion on their IPO opening day. And so whether or not it tanks a little bit after 30 days, I think is no problem for them. I think it's well within their range to afford it. It's not going to be a drastic effect on them. They will be able to take it and run with it. And I think it's going to be smooth sailing from them. There's just going to be that initial bump. But that's going to conclude this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I always want to know what you hear. I read through all the comments. And as always, make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more content. Make sure to hit the bell icon so you don't miss future videos. And I will see you guys all in the next video.